to go as they go across the line now, and it is the double winner from Mugello.
They were chasing him all the time throughout the season, but now he's on the bonus sign-off from rookies.
No, Marco Morelli has the lead now. Marco Morelli, Tamu, has the advantage over the 95 of Marco Morelli. Brian Uriarte in third place.
Backford again. Uriarte's the one with more things to lose, per se, with a 4 points gap.
Takes the lead for the first time in this race. He's got his head down, and Danish rejoins 4 abreast behind them.
Goodness me, it is Pratama up the lead, and it's amazing how that could just change a rider's mentality.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a race, but he's obviously going to be out of the points. Veda Pratama just has to sort of finish, really, to pick up.
In the lead then from Uriarte. Morelli trying to hang out the outside. He doesn't get the cutback.
Yeah, Uriarte is very strong mentally, and you see a couple of points to go back in front of Hakim Danish in the battle for second place in the cup.
That's such a from Uriarte, so he'll have to settle for third at the moment for the next corner or so.
He actually had the better line than Veda through there. He got the drive out of it. Veda caught him going in.
Right, shame, isn't it? Goodness me. Well, we turn our attention back then, so it could. But you could tell from the pace, Peter, they have really turned the wing up
to the corner, but Brian Uriarte flicked it right and then left.
Well be Uriarte and Veda, your top two. But who will the leaders, the top 5 or so, but they're not that much quicker than everybody else. But
better to get the drive out.
On that penalty as well for Mon and Yane. Win the final race of the year. Morelli leads from Gonzalez, who really wants that behind them. They really are just now mucking each other about, really trying to jostle for position, exceeding track limits. He's down in 20th at the moment, fighting with Plonk, who also had a long lap penalty. 4th position in the standings in his debut season in rookies, and Mitani one position. They're not thinking about going as fast as possible, it's about tactics now.
Right.
Agostinelli is just ahead of them. He's done his long lap penalty as well. It's another podium as well. There is Danish limping around again then.
And it's something that... right, and there's a great slow-mo of the 54. He has the advantage. Brian Uriarte, Marco Morelli. Oh, and Brian getting it a bit sideways on the brakes going in there, but he managed to hang on to it. That Marco Morelli said yesterday, he said, you know, when you're aware that the guys around you are battling for the... in third place. Yeah, great.
Who's that? That's Agostinelli, just gone down, having just completed his long lap penalty. That
cup, and you're not in the running. He said some part of you wants to say, okay, I better, you know, keep position progression. 15th to 3rd for Marco Morelli. The time is in.
That's a big shame for the Vietnamese rider.
Yeah. Away from them, he said, but I don't think like that. He said, you've just got to race and not make any. 5th place, he's had a similar progression down the hill. Veda Pratama leads, presumably ruined his concentration having to do the long lap penalty, and caught himself out. Mistakes, and that's what he did superbly yesterday. Maybe he's a little bit even more care to the wind. Brian Uriarte, will Brian Uriarte show the opposition just how good he is on the... Anyway, back with the leaders then. Brian Uriarte still with the advantage over Pratama and Hakim Danish today, because he's out front and he's ahead of the number 11 of David Gonzalez. Breaks, he doesn't take the lead this time, and Ramadiva has a track limits warning. They got a very, very slight advantage over the 17 of Yaroslav Kapushin.
Pure respect is Marco Morelli, isn't he? Really like that attitude from him, and this... Yeah, he will not want to go on the green anymore then, in towards the closing. Kyrgyzstani rider, just what a tick up in form he's had since that pole. Is him back to his very, very best. What a way to sort of announce yourself. Laps as Morelli dives up the inside of Uriarte again. 2 riders in that front row start and podium back in Germany. Onto the Moto3 grid permanently. You will be seeing him actually in Moto3 for the rest of the year. Really at the top of the game, but Veda Pratama starting to get away from it, Peter. He's really, really impressive. One of the youngest riders on the Rookies Cup grid, isn't he? As he fills in as the number 90. Got a couple of bike lengths, quarter of a second ahead of them. Will it last into these? Danish went very wide there. That could have been a long lap penalty for Dinesh. I think he's 95 in Moto 3 as well, but I've already seen him a couple of times. But we'll be last 2 laps that we have in Rookies Cup action. Mitani up into 4th position. He was certainly right on the edge of the white. Did he actually go onto the green? That's seeing him permanently as well next year as well.
Right, we're into the second part of the race now, and Markham are
At the first turn then, so it's all on for the final 2 laps then. So that is the question.
and he's still there in 3rd place, and Christian Daniel still has the advantage, but David Gonzalez looking for a way past any time. Brian Uriarte has been pushed. Oh, there's the White Hamilton Cup push, and he's dropped back to about 6th place. It's now really a test of Junior up into 5th again. I think somebody way off in the green there. Christian Daniel Jr., he lost a few back there to the back of that pack, but I don't think he's going to just hang in there too long. On Uriarte again, can he respond to...
Oh!
Down they go!
They're down! Morelli!
Few places, perhaps, when that messy lap, he's already passes it Zemmitani to take up 4th place. Veda Pratama
and Uriarte, both of them. Goodness me, that's blown the championship.
A couple of turns ago, but he's back in the hunt now, up into 6th. And Brian goes inside. That's an unusual line for him, but he's got that
wide open again. I'm in shock.
Perhaps lays ahead of Morelli and Gonzalez.
Really
gear, he can get the drive out, and he does so. He's alongside Veda Pratama. Absolutely, they just both wanted the same bit of road there, and obviously there wasn't room.
Impressive, all this. I mean, what a change we've had in this race so far, Peter.
51 and 54 side by side down the back straight ahead of the 34.
Goodness me,
see the
look
replay.
at this.
So change direction.
He goes wide, and Morelli says, "Yep, I don't race too hard." As we see, a few riders have gone down there.
Moin KJ is there. Of Zemmitani through the super fast flat out right-hander.
But then.
Yeah, and then Brian is turning back to get online.
And Morelli's
down. He's up again, and
Tassini, I think it is as well, who's had a rotten run.
And Brian not allowing Marco Morelli or David running wide. Yeah.
Well, it's all on there, Peter. Look who we've got. Pratama out the of luck. He was taken down yesterday in that multi-rider crash.
Gonzalez to get away. He wants to get back on the tail there.
Run. He's run away with it. It's going to be 3 wins from 4. Should he keep it? Big shame for them. Here's what happened to it then. Mondignani.
Superb. Just the 5 of them now. They really have split away.
On the road, and Mitani on course for a debut podium in Rookies Cup. He was trying to go into the long lap, I think. Yeah, he was trying to go into the long lap.